the Ugly Truth of Divorce podcast with Sam and Leah, helping you not just survive, but thrive.
Good morning, you guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Ugly Truth of Divorce podcast, which is brought to you by our private support group called TNC, The Next Chapter, where we give a weekly training to women every single week, and we do Zoom coaching calls, and there's a complete support network. So, Leah Marie, how are you? It's September 11th when we're recording this, and I feel like my Facebook feed is not screaming 9/11.
Yeah, I don't really scroll Facebook, to be honest. But, my daughter was just saying that yesterday. She's like, I wonder if tomorrow they're going to talk about 9/11 all day, because they kind of do that every year. And
I feel like it's going away little by little. Like we're getting to people that don't remember and stuff. So,
right. So it'll still kind of be something that's obviously mentioned and remembered. But I don't think it's
obviously, yeah. Because you're in New York. How far away? I am geographically dumb. How far away is where that happened from you are in the state of New York? How big is New York?
So probably about like 8-hour drive-ish.
Jeez, really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm in Western New York, Buffalo, and New York City is about, I would say, I don't know. Don't quote me on this. You can Google it, but I feel like it's like an 8-hour drive.
I didn't realize New York was that wide. I mean, it makes sense. But All right. So if you guys follow us, I had a lady yesterday that just said, I wish I would have found your podcast 2 years ago because I didn't realize I was in high conflict. And so we're going to make today about recognizing, are you in a high conflict journey?
Right.
Because for me, I think I was oblivious. I think I really thought I didn't know what high conflict was. I didn't know what a narcissist was. I really just thought my ex-husband was an asshole.
Yeah, I think that's probably common, especially when you're going through divorce.
Yeah.
That brings out the worst in everybody. So your spouse may be just a dick, right? When emotions are high, stress levels are high. And so people do definitely not behave the best, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're dealing with a high conflict dynamic, right? There are some big red flags to look out for that will help you discern whether or not this is high conflict or this is just kind of a divorce that maybe people are a little bit stressed and angry about.
Because some people, your relationship will improve when the divorce is over.
Yes.
Some of you have that. It's a rough patch for the divorce, and then the divorce gets over and you can begin co-parenting in about a year and a half.
Totally.
And everybody just gets a little bit better.
Yeah.
So
and that's kind of what I deal with, right?
Yeah,
like the divorce was super stressful. It was not a good situation. But then once things settle down, the dust clears, it's fine. Like we text, we talk when necessary. We can kind of compromise and arrange and coordinate certain things. And it's not really a big deal. If you're in high conflict, all of that's going to be a big deal.
Yeah. And then, 16, 17, it's been 18 years. I keep saying 16, 18 years, our co-parenting journey never really improved. There was a 3-year stint where we did get along really well, and it was very superficial, and it was for a reason. And I enjoyed those 3 years, but the other 15 were utter shit. So, and we've never spoken a day since our kids have, gotten older. So Leah Marie's going to run through a quick list. So this is where you can be like, okay, out of these 10, how many do I check the box? And then when she's done, we'll kind of break down a few of them. Okay. Yeah. So why don't you run through that list pretty quickly?
All right. So in a high conflict co-parenting dynamic, you might notice several red flags, okay, that indicate the situation could be problematic. But here are some clear signs that you want to watch out for. Number one, constant disputes, right? Just frequent arguments or disagreements about parenting decisions, schedules, rules that often escalate into heated conflicts, okay? Number two, lack of communication. Difficulty having calm, constructive conversations about co-parenting issues, or just a complete breakdown in communication. Mm-hmm. Number three, disrespectful behavior. Now, I'm talking about consistent disrespect or belittling of each other, which can manifest as insults, dismissive comments, or undermining each other's authority in front of the kids.
Yeah.
Number four, this is a big one, manipulation and control. attempts to manipulate or control the other parent, such as using the children as pawns, making unreasonable demands, or interfering with the other parent's time with the children. We see this so much in our high conflict clients. Number 5 is inconsistent parenting. One parent frequently changing rules or expectations, leading to confusion and instability for the kids. Number 6, unresolved grievances. Holding on to past grievances or personal issues, which continue to fuel conflicts and affect co-parenting interactions. We all know those people who hold shit over our heads for years and years, right? And they use it against us. Number 7, failure to follow court orders. Not adhering to agreed upon custody arrangements or court orders, leading to ongoing disputes and frustration. Number 8, negative impact on the kids. The children are showing signs of distress, anxiety, behavioral problems, all as a result of the ongoing conflict between their parents. Number 9, frequent legal interventions. Regularly involving lawyers or the courts to resolve disputes is indicating ongoing and unresolved conflict, right? And then number 10, avoidance or hostility. One or both parents consistently avoiding contact with the other or showing hostility, making cooperation difficult. Okay, so these are just some of the most common signs that we see.
I would say we were 8 out of 10 on all those. And I think I want to personally touch on the kids. I think that's where my blinders were on. I was one of those moms that promoted a house that I knew nothing about what was going on. I was a parent that just said, go have a good time. It's dad's weekend. Go enjoy yourself. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. That's what I assumed. And it was not fun. And so then my kids are seeing me.
You're supposed to do. I mean,
that's what I was told to do.
Mom, we're supposed to encourage
100%.
that time spent with the other parent. So we think, okay, even if our kids don't even want to go, we're supposed to try to help them by saying, no, it's going to be great. You're going to have a great time. You're going to have so much fun. Right. And that's just not the way, not the way 100%. It goes.
100%. So it was like, I would encourage, but that's not what was actually happening. It wasn't a good time, but my kids saw a face of my mom says I should have a good time. So I can't tell her that I'm not having a good time. And I was promoting him like crazy. Like, he's a good guy. You'll have fun. You know, he'll do this with you. He'll take you places, blah, blah, blah. And then what I didn't realize was happening at the exact same moment was his counter parenting of me and the degrading comments about me to them. So here my children were in the middle listening to me say, he's great. Go have a good time. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. And then they hear him say, your mom's a bitch. She takes all my money. She's horrible. She's the one that ruined our family. She's, a drunk. She's a piece of shit. So my kids are like, why is my mom talking so nice about a guy that talks so much shit about her? We don't like it, but we can't say anything because she's like fucking cloud 9 joyful all the time. So my kids were masterfully confused in early childhood because I had no idea that a person could do this to their children. I had no idea that someone could degrade another human being, let alone the mother of their children, to their faces, maybe publicly, maybe to your friends and family, maybe to your immediate, friend, but not to your own children. To look at your children and say, your mother is the problem. Your mother is the worst human being in the world. That to me was unfathomable. I didn't know somebody could be that much of a soulless person.
Right. And straight up using your children as pawns. I mean, that's what to try to get information on you, to try to gain control, the manipulating the children in order to get back at you. Money, right? Money was always a big trigger point for him.
Yeah. It took me years to figure out through my kids' play therapist to figure out what was really going on at that house. And then when I was met with the information, when she says, you are dealing with someone of high conflict, you are dealing with this type of person, I was like, oh my gosh. Then so much shame and guilt came over me of how did I pick this person as the parent for my child?
Right.
Like I dealt with that for a lot of years. I couldn't process that. So then I was on pause on helping my children because I was wasting time trying to go through my own shit. Like, woe is me, I picked a piece of shit, blah, blah, blah for my kids. And so then I wasn't helping my children. And I think if I had to go back, I would have reached out to my friends and family. I would have went and found support. I would have went and found the tools that we offer now for moms to help me figure out, okay, this is what it is. Radical acceptance. I have a high conflict person. I have a narcissist. I have somebody that hates me. And this is not going to change no matter how much ass kissing I do. This person's going to hate me as long as this person is alive.
Right.
So I got to accept that, quit trying to fix that, and instead help myself, which will then help my children. And those are the things that we offer all the time.
Mhm.
And I didn't know they existed. I didn't know people like Lee and I were even around, and I'm not too sure there was a lot of them back in the early 2000s, but there's
Mhm.
divorce coaches like us everywhere now, and you have to find one that fits your mold, and I feel like Lee and I have that fits a lot of you. I've dealt with high conflict, and she is somebody that knows the other side of things to where she knows where we need to be. She knows that healing part. She knows that acceptance of, this is your story, accept it, let's have the tools to survive it.
Right.
And inside of TNC, the next chapter that we offer all kinds of tools that I
Mhm.
never even knew like could exist. Like I kept thinking, where's the magic pill that'll get him to stop?
Right. Or
And the magic pill
when
was
is he
me.
gonna stop, right? When
When?
is
Yeah,
he gonna see the error of his ways? When is he gonna be better? When
absolutely.
is he gonna be easier to deal with? When is he gonna be nicer to the kids? When is he gonna
Right.
stop doing this?
Right. So
Right?
so what Lee and I have made up for you guys and are giving you guys is an opportunity to not be me for 8 years and play it slow and have the woe is me, my life has sucked, I have a horrible high conflict. What we're going to give you is an opportunity to come to a workshop so that you don't live the life I lived for too long. You wake up sooner and you realize there are tools out there for you. Okay? We're giving a free workshop. So Leah, can you tell them,
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be jam-packed. Like, we are fast talkers, and we are gonna try to give you as much, but we have never given a free workshop.
No, and we always over deliver, so buckle up because you're going
Yeah,
to get a lot of information. So
right.
the workshop is called Protecting Your Kids: Navigating High Conflict Divorce and Co-parenting. So if you're not sure if this is for you, I will tell you this is for you if you want to transform from overwhelmed to feeling empowered. You're going to gain practical tools and strategies to feel confident and in control even in the midst of conflict, okay? You're going to shift from conflicted to calm. You're going to learn effective boundary setting techniques and self care practices to help you stay balanced and maintain a more peaceful environment for your kids. You're going to move
Yep.
from feeling disconnected to deeply connected. You're going to discover how to connect with your kids on a much deeper level by
Mhm.
understanding their love language and providing the emotional support that they need right now. You're going to change things from feeling like it's chaotic to smooth transitions, right? Smooth transitions. Master some strategies for
Yep.
making custody transitions stress free so that you can ensure stability for your kids. And you're going to go from ineffective to successful communication.
Exactly.
Learn how to manage phone calls and interactions positively,
Yep.
supporting your kids' well being. Okay. This workshop is designed to provide you with actionable insights and strategies to transform your co parenting experience. So you are going to feel empowered. You are going to have
Yeah.
confidence and the skills needed to create a nurturing, stable environment for you and for your kids in a high conflict situation.
And this shit is free.
It's
I mean,
free.
like, it's free
We got a
because
lot
you're
of people already signed up. Get your seat. It's
yeah.
going to be next Tuesday. It's the 17th, 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Pacific.
Yes.
If you enroll and you can't come hang with us live, you still get the replay of the whole thing sent to you if you sign up. So go to
Yeah.
this website or you can go to samandleah.com. It's also there. And make
I
sure you
think
get
every time you and I do a workshop, whether free or not, people walk away going, I had no idea these were even my options. And I think when
right.
you're in this high conflict journey, as I was, you have tunnel vision sometimes. And you do have this victim like mindset of like, woe is me, nothing's going to work. And I am telling you, some of the things you're going to hear might sound cliche. Some of the things are tangible. You can start that day. Some of the things you have to implement as it happens to you. And some of it is about your kids. You can start helping your kids the second you attend this workshop.
That's
And for
right.
some of you, I wasn't I was looking at my kids like, "You're fine. You're fine. It's your dad. You're fine. You're fine." You have to make sure that you are ready for this
Right.
and go into it with an open mind and say, "I'm ready for solutions. I am ready to tackle this. I am ready to be somebody that can handle changing my life."
Mhm.
Changing your life, okay? So, I think I actually put in the wrong one, so I'll put in the right one right now. But this workshop, we've never done a free one before. We want all of you that are on the fence, you've been watching us for a while, and you're like, "You know, I don't know if I wanna spend money with them yet." Come listen to us for free. Come listen to us and see, are we your jam? Are we your type of people? Are we the ones that can really help you? Are we your divorce coaches? Because I really think we are. The people that we have following us now and the people that are inside TNC now know for a fact that they're in the right place. That because we talk the truth. I mean,
Mhm.
the ugly truth is we're not going to fluff you up. We're going to
Right.
say you need to do these things. You need to be looking out for yourself. You need to focus on your kids. You're
Yeah.
never going to stop the high conflict person,
Right.
but
And
you
they're getting
can
results.
manage. You
That's the
can
best
manage.
part.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely. All right, you guys, we're going to put the link inside the proper link inside of wherever you're watching this. We will have it in the show notes. We will make sure that you guys get that free link because we do offer other workshops as well. We do offer other services as well. So if that's something you're interested in, those will also be in the show notes. So please take advantage of this. If you know someone that is struggling with their journey with their ex, please invite them. Send this link over to them, thenextchaptercoaches.com/free workshop. This is where they need to be to get some tangible tools to walk away that day and be changing their lives and changing their kids' lives. That's what needs to happen. We all need to get together and realize that we don't have the tools. We're blind right now. We are like robots just trying to function and pay our
Right.
bills.
Trying
And
to
we need to
survive.
realize it's
Yeah.
trying to survive. Exactly. And we need to be helping our kids. So we need to get ourselves right so we can help our kids. So take a look at those links in the show notes, and we will see you guys next week. Bye, everybody.